All right, let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the Deshaun Watson contract in the NFL.
Hey, I think this take being floated around by, Mike Florio and a lot of these national guys about how the league is mad at the Browns for giving Deshaun Watson that contract, and that's why nobody's trading for Baker. That's just such a garbage, lazy take. There's 4 teams that are mad at the Browns for giving Deshaun that contract. The Cardinals, the Ravens, the Chargers, and the Bengals. Because they have young quarterbacks on rookie contracts, and they're going to have to match that. But everyone else, why would they be mad at the Browns? Do you think the Seahawks care that the Browns give Deshaun Watson all that money, and that's why they're not trading for Baker? That's just lazy. I think it's stupid. What do you guys think?
All right, as always, we appreciate all the voicemails. Now, there's a couple levels to it. So, yes, the guys that have young rookies coming up for a second contract, they're upset about it. What the NFL owners are upset about is the guaranteed portion of it. They guaranteed all of it. That isn't something the NFL usually does and historically has not done. That's an NBA kind of move that tends to escalate guaranteed money, which guaranteed money means he gets injured, he still gets his money.
Yeah, and I mean, it's still surprising considering how much more full contact the NFL is than, Major League Baseball or the NBA, that it's taken this long for a player to get a 9-figure contract fully guaranteed. And, I don't want to speak to what NFL owners are certainly thinking. Certainly, I would imagine all of them have the financial capability to make these kind of signings, but it seems like I always felt like this type of thing was inevitable. It was always going to be, a question of when that one team was going to fully guarantee a quarterback's second contract or a third contract or something like that. Just so happened to be Deshaun Watson to the Browns. This kind of, been this whole thing. And, and he specifically mentioned those 4 teams. And I mean, the Chargers and Bengals should have no problem paying Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow whatever they want. They're clearly worth the money. I can understand the hesitancy from Arizona with Kyler Murray and, how there are questions with him. And he obviously, after playing so well at the start of last season, how he really kind of tailed off in the second half and how he really looked bad in the playoff game against the Rams, and then Lamar Jackson taking a step backwards in 2021, not really developing as much as the type of passer that the Ravens might have hoped that he would become. So it's not just, paying a lot of money to these guys. It's now that these are fully guaranteed contracts, you're going to have to be more convinced than ever that these are the guys, and you have to know for 100% without a doubt that those are the guys. And even if you don't, you might still have to give the fully guaranteed contracts. I mean, if I'm the Chargers or Bengals and I see what Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow have done in their short careers, I mean, I'd be ready pretty soon to give those fully guaranteed contracts. They're both worth it. Kyler and Lamar, not quite so much just yet, but it's going to be fascinating how that all plays out in the next few years.
Yeah, and the one thing I'll say, Andrew Berry has been ahead of the curve on most business type things, and I'm guessing he's probably a little ahead of the curve on this one. And you don't want to be behind the curve in business. You want to be ahead of it. So we'll see. We'll see how this affects future contracts going forward. But the front office has been pretty sharp in terms of measuring the market and what's coming next. They've been ahead of it.